Hello friends, welcome to the day after Christmas. Hope you guys had a great Christmas holiday, and we're jumping right back into training with just a wide range of activities today. This is not meant to be pain cave, but it's also not meant to be like super specific single modality high intensity. It's kind of like one of those medium ones where we're going to do a bunch of different functional training exercises. We're going to burn off some holiday stress and some holiday food, and we're just going to rotate through this 6-station EMOM for 5 rounds, or five times through, or a total of 30 minutes, right? So that's the format of the workout. The warm-up is going to be a little bit longer also. I want to get a lot of activity, a lot of movement in today, but not like really super high intensity. So begin with 25, then 20, and then 15 calories, progressively shorter, progressively faster as we go through the warm-up, and then get your plate out and PVC pipe and a barbell. We're going to start off with 15 reps of our single leg heel taps, and I'm doing them at approximately the speed or the tempo that I would like to see you doing them at. If you go too fast on this, you don't get enough time under tension for the quad and the patella tendon and the glute, and that's really what we're going for there. It's a knee rehab exercise. It also works on stabilizing the hip and the knee joint. Keep the plate out because we're going to use it in the workout in 2 different spots, all right? Then our standing figure 4. So with a PVC pipe for balance, you can do this reaching down. So I've got my shin higher than my knee crossed over on my leg, and I'm holding it there, reaching down and trying to touch my toe, and then back up to my arms straight. If you want a little extra balance challenge, then we do it with 2 hands free and keeping that leg in the same spot. And I'm reaching and trying to touch my toes. Recognize I can't quite get there on the first rep. By the time I get to like the 3rd or the 4th rep, usually I'm loosened up a little bit better to get that foot. Superman hold. So now we're practicing bracing in the extended position. So feet together, legs are straight, and then elbows are straight, and I'm keeping my head to the ground but not touching the ground, and squeezing my arms away from the ground, right? That's my Superman hold. And then get your barbell out, and we'll do a warm-up set of deadlifts. Today they're going to be Romanian deadlifts, so you can do these from the rack. In the warm-up it doesn't matter as much. When we do them in the actual workout, Romanian deadlift means I don't want you to touch the ground. Even if you could, I want you to intentionally stop at the bottom with your hips up high, so my knees just barely bend when I'm doing my Romanian deadlifts. So then we'll set up our workout after we've done those multiple sets of warm-up deadlifts. We'll have the battle ropes out. There's 4 of those, so we're definitely gonna have to rotate through the workout. So it doesn't matter where you start, just try to get all 6 exercises done relatively in order so we don't create a jam in any one spot, and hit all 6 before you go back to the first one that you started at, okay? So we'll go 40 seconds of battle ropes and then 20 seconds of rest. That should get your heart rate nice and high. Next one is plate ground to overhead. So this is a little bit of an odd object lift because the plate doesn't have super convenient handles to carry it by, and it's a little bit awkward to hold. So odd objects are how the world goes around. Like very few things in life are chalked and knurled and have a nice tight grip. A lot of them are squirmy or floppy or whatever, or they're like a plate, they're round, they're hard to hold on to. So it's good to train for those things as well. So I'm standing over the plate, I've got my back nice and braced, reaching down with my arms long, plate touching the ground, and then using my legs, jump the weight overhead, extend my arms at the top. So making sure my arms get straight, trying to get to that good overhead position at the top of that lift. That's plate ground to overhead. And then you can set the plate back down. We're gonna do the next exercises are front foot elevated, reverse lunges, holding the plate, okay? So holding the plate, stepping back, tapping that back knee to the ground, and then back to the middle. 8 reps on each leg. And if the weight is a challenge, feel free, use a smaller object or use no object at all if you need to do that, okay? Next one is our Romanian deadlift. So these ones, you can take these from the rack if you want to, or you can just pick them up off the floor. But the Romanian deadlift is a high hip deadlift. So we're practicing just the hips and hamstrings. When I get down to the bottom, before I touch the ground with the weights, I'm stopping intentionally and then squeezing back tall until my legs are straight and I'm standing with a vertical position from the shoulders down to the ankles. And make sure on this one, I'm trying really hard not to like bounce off my spine at the bottom of that movement, but I'm controlling the stop and the pause at the bottom with my hips and my hamstrings. Next one is my front foot elevated split squats. So I've got my plate back on the ground here. Front foot elevated, right? My goal here is that with my foot planted on the plate, I'm pushing my knee as far forward. I'm getting my hips as close to that back side of my leg as I can. So I'm really stretching into it and then pressing back and up to come out of it. If you would like to hold a light weight in your hands to make it a little more challenging, you can do that too. And the last one is our ab mat sit-ups. So notice that the words go away from me when I do my sit-ups. So I've got the higher part of the ab mat tucked up to my low back. My feet, the bottoms of them are placed together so my hip flexors are not helping out that much. Extending overhead, touching my fingertips to the ground, and then sitting all the way up, reaching around my feet like so. So my shoulders are forward of my hips at the top. All right, so make sure you're getting a good squeeze of the abs every single time you do this. All right, those are our 6 exercises. We're gonna rotate through that 5 times through, a total of 30 minutes. Should be a good sweaty session, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday for another one.